4 edition of High School Lowdown. For Ernest Boker and Jeff Bird, I'm Steve Wilson, and we'll be previewing this week's action. Well, PCA will be traveling to Newton Academy in a game that a lot of people have pegged as the de facto district championship game, but the Eagles are going to have to do it without some important cogs in the machine.
Yes, they had 3 injuries at the Ben's Ford game last week in Bogalusa. The biggest injury was to their starting middle linebacker, Rich Murphy, a junior linebacker, fullback. And the problem is, PCA has got to find a fullback. They lost not only him, but they lost the backup. And they also have to find a center for Sam Staggs, but he got hurt with another knee injury, not as bad as Murphy's injury. Murphy is done for the year on 20 ACL. And Josh Masterson, Jonas, is that a brother? Okay,
It's his brother.
He's out with a shoulder injury, so they have to change some guard and some more defensive alignments, and that's what they're practicing this week on.
And it's a shame because Coyne Gaston, talking to Wade Patrick after the Ben's Ford game, he said that they finally found their identity as a power I team, and it's hard to be a power I team when you don't have a fullback.
Yeah, and so they lost 2 fullbacks, so they don't know who. He said they may open up the offense and maybe a 1-back set this week, and then try to see if Jonah can throw the ball to Peter Harris and see how that goes.
Well, Warren Central will be traveling to a very tough Natchez team, and Warren Central's kind of picking up the pieces after a loss to Hattiesburg.
Yeah, it was just one of those games where nothing went right. The bus was a little late. They just didn't play well. A couple of turnovers, a costly one right before halftime led to a touchdown. Hattiesburg was able to pull away in the second half. The score was maybe a little more lopsided than the game was, but still not a good effort for the Vikings, and they really need to pick up the pace this week against Natchez.
Well, Natchez has kind of changed over, looking at reading about their game against Cross River rival Faraday. They threw 3 passes, 2 of them intercepted, but they had a back, Larry Chapman, who rushed for 116 yards. So they've gone from the spread look to a more run-oriented look. How's Warren Central going to deal with that?
Well, Natchez is still a spread team. They just run out of the spread. So in that way, they're like a lot of the spread teams, which is kind of a misnomer. People think you chuck the ball, throw it a lot with the spread, but you can run options, almost like a single wing offense. So Warren Central is going to have to bring some more guys in the box, maybe sell out a little more, bring some more 5- and 6-man fronts to try and slow that running attack down.
Well, Vicksburg will be hosting Tylertown, and Vicksburg is riding high thanks to the efforts of Cameron Cooksey against Richwood.
Yes, 5 touchdown passes, the most since Justin Henry since 2002. One of the best games I've done in 6 years here at Vicksburg Post. And this amazing final drive. Vicksburg had to score, because if not, the defense was about on this last gasp. And if they didn't get the 4th down conversion, Richwood would run out the clock.
Well, Tylertown's an excellent program. Walter Denton won the Class 3A title, but they moved up to 4A. Do you think that's going to make much of a difference for the Gators?
Well, the big thing is Jamie Lewis is at Mississippi State, not at Tylertown anymore. Everybody saw how good he was for Mississippi State last week against Memphis. Tylertown still is going to be a very competent team. They beat Forest, who won 3A last year, and they beat Franklin County, a really good, solid program last week.
Well, St. Aloysius will be hosting division rival Salem, and Salem is coming off a big win over Mount Olive.
Yeah, was a little surprising. Salem's one of those teams very hit or miss over the years, and obviously this year they're hitting. They're 3-0, beat a Mount Olive team most people pick to win the district. It's going to be a tall order for St. Al team that's already struggling a little bit.
Well, you saw against Hines AHS that St. Al made some improvements. What did they do right against Hines?
They played defense really well, which sounds weird because they gave up a 300-yard rushing night to Hines quarterback, but half of that came on 2 long runs. They kept them in check. Otherwise, they played hard. Just a couple of costly mistakes, little things here and there kind of piled up and led to their downfall.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of High School Lowdown. For Ernest Boker and Jeff Bird, I'm Steve Wilson. Be sure to read our sports section and check out all the happenings on VicksburgPost.com. Thanks.